Welcome in, Tamers, to yet another deck profile. I know the channel is heavy deck profiles at the moment, but we're getting back into the swing of things. And today, the V for victory. We are looking once again at Ulforce. It's getting new support. Get this mouse out of here. We are getting new support for Ulforce in, I think it's BT22, around then, thanks to obviously the Digimon story stuff that we're getting in the deck, Cybersleuth. And Hacker's Memory, don't forget, in 23, but I'm not too sure. I've not played Hacker's Memory, right? I'm still playing through Cybersleuth myself, but Hacker's Memory, I'm not sure if we're like going to see a lot of Ulforce and stuff. But yeah, so we're looking at the deck here today. Let's kick it off for Wanyamon. The deck plays a lot of... Get the mic out of here as well. What's going on? Sloppy production here from me. Dear God, I do apologise. Playing a lot of Tamers, spoilers, so we're gonna be wanting to draw as many cards as we can. Wanyamon here will of course let us draw every turn that we swing. It is once per turn, so it's not that bad, but you know, we take it where we can. We are running 4 Gomamon. This is of course the BT19 one. This allows you to strip one source out of your opponent's sources, and then you are immune, well not immune, you cannot be blocked for the turn. Very nice. Not only that, but if the Digimon was to die, then we can trigger the Inheritable to spit this Gomamon back out and essentially have a body ready for next turn again. That's Gomamon, very nice. That is of course a start of main, strip one, then become unblockable. We are running 2 EX1 Vmons. Now, in an ideal world, I'd probably want to run 4 and maybe drop Gomamon down to 3 or 2 or 3. But I can't find my EX1 Vmons, so you know, I'm only running 2. But ideally, maybe 4, because you're obviously going to gain memory when you become unsuspended. Gomamon is great utility, but we're gonna maybe be having stuff that's going to be Vmon specific in the coming times. Not too sure. Don't quote me on that though. But the inherit of EX1 Vmon, when you become unsuspended during your main, during the main phase, gain 1 memory. Very nice. Now we are only running 3 Vmon searches. This is from BT11. On play, reveal top 3. Add 1 card with Veedramon in its name and 1 blue tamer. Place the rest to the bottom. Not that bad. It's a great searching mechanic. More often than not, though, I find myself just evolving into the back and keeping it for the inherit. The inherit, of course, is when you play a blue tamer, gain 1 memory. So we're not really using it for search all that much anyway. But we'll get into a little something of what we've gained over the last couple of years in just a moment. To round off the level 3s, though, 2 Otamamon. Otamamon is amazing, especially with Royal Knights and Crossheart and Blue Flare running rampant once again. Just means that you can't reduce play costs. Absolutely astounding card. Has saved me many a time in the past. Him and Solomon, my 2 go-tos, honestly, for any deck. But that's running off the level 3s. So, not too bad. Now, the reason I'm running 3 of the BT11 Vmons is because, I can't remember which set it was, but we did gain this nice promo Veedramon as a box topper. So we're running 4 of these, and we're running this as our main level 4, ideally. Reasons being, of course, is on play when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards, add a Veedramon and a blue tamer, return the rest of the bottom of the deck. It literally does what the BT11 Vmon does. It's amazing in my eyes. Beautiful. You push out a Vmon, whatever, evolve, search, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. The inherit as well is literally the Vmon, but as a level 4, and is better for us here, because it's when you... Oh, sorry. This one is when the Digimon becomes unsuspended. But let's be honest, when you're playing UlforceVeedramon, that is basically the same as when you play a blue tamer. And we'll get into why a little bit later. So that kicks off our level 4s, and we are still, of course, running 3 of the old BT11. This, of course, has the your turn once per turn. When you play a blue tamer, draw 1. Nice cycle. And because we're playing moderately low-cost tamers, it's not bad overall. We're drawing 1 for maybe 2, maximum 3 memory, right? The inherit as well, of course, is when you play a blue tamer, gain 1 memory. That's the one I was thinking of. But let us round out the level 4s once again with 2 Kumamon. Again, because we are somewhat heavy tamer in this deck right now, we kind of we have an argument for hybrid here, and the reason I'm running 2 is it's still a nice cycle. Sure, we can swap back to using Lanamon, probably the Evo Loader level 3, I believe it is. I haven't played Lanamon in a long time. However, Kumamon once again works with the likes of... where is he? Gomamon, you're stripping possibly 2 sources in a turn if you really need to evolve like this. And then, not only that, but we will get into a little bit later, where if you evolve over one of your other tamers than the one that I've got this in for, then you're possibly going to be able to gain 2 memory off of the bat. So, kicking off the 5s, I'm only running 1 Zudomon. Now, if you look back at my past blue deck profiles, you will see that I have been praising this card quite a bit of just how broken it is, right? In case you don't know, it is a hand counterblast Digivolve, so it goes over level 4 when your opponent attacks, yada yada yada. On play when Digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to their hand. For a 4-drop, this card is basically a rookie, I'll be honest. I stand by it. However, in Ulforce, he's not that great, because Ulforce is going to be swinging constantly, and he doesn't swing at very much DP at all. It's a very risky play. A great defensive card, not great in the offensive strategy though. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to run 4 of these BT11 SR2.5, still very vital to the deck in my opinion. Not only that, but the main effect once per turn by suspending, so remember to declare that you're using the main effect, not doing an attack before your opponent tries to flip security. Reveal top 3 and get all blue tamers to your hand. Very nice. So let's say for example we evolve, we use the main, search top 3, pull all tamers, we are set, ready to go. That's basically it. That's basically it. The inherit is, of course, you can activate 1 Arena Shimanoinas. I still can't say that name correctly. I'm sorry, game. It is what it is. On-play effect, and we'll get into that later, because we might be playing Arena. I've been thinking about running 2, but we might be playing 1. To round off the 5s, 1 ST8 SR2.5. It's not too bad in the strategy, because if we can't find this BT11 SR2.5, the jamming still allows us to kind of be suspended and ready to go for our full combo off the get-go. And its inherit isn't half bad either. If you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Not only that, but like you've just added a maximum of 3 off of BT11 SR2.5. You've added 1 off of the Wanya for attacking. As long as you're not running into Mirage, which, let's be honest, in this modern day you're not, you're going to be fine. Now let's get into the 6s. Of course, we are running 4 BT11 UlforceVeedramon, sorry. When Digivolving, you may play 1 blue Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. Your turn. When you play a blue Tamer card, unsuspend this Digimon. Your turn. Once per turn. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended, return 1 of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. For every blue Tamer you have in play, add 1 to the maximum level of this effect. Well then, that is a whole front-loaded card, and we'll get into a little bit later. But let's continue with the 6s and look at the second counterpart to this, which is UlforceVeedramon X Antibody. Now, I always forget, because I'm too used to cards being if you have the original Digimon, in this case UlforceVeedramon, or X Antibody. This card does not care about X Antibody. It cares about if you have UlforceVeedramon in the stack, or a blue Tamer in play. Phenomenal, let's not get this confused. But when Digivolving, unsuspend unsuspend this Digimon, or 1 of your blue Tamers. Beautiful card. It does the job, right? It does the job. But not only that, once again, all turns, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended, if you have a blue Tamer in play, or this Digimon has UlforceVeedramon in its Digivolution cards, return 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the owner's hand. So a little bit of a downgrade from the UlforceVeedramon here, where you can basically choose, I'm pretty sure it's choose, return 1 of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. Yeah, you can choose which Digimon you want to return to their hand. This one forces you to return the lowest. So not that amazing, but let's be honest, you're evolving for 1. You're evolving for 1 and potentially going endgame. So this is kind of your Blitz Omni for game, let's be real here. But once again, thanks to the LM set being released, we kind of can't forget about Gabubond Ace being a thing. Because not only that, but it's a defensive play into an Ulforce if you've somehow lost turn. And you're returning two of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck. And then, once again, you're swinging if you have... If you have a Tamer, it's literally just if you have a Tamer, unsuspend. And you're doing that for 3, which is insanity in my eyes. Oh, excuse me. That's insanity. But let's get into the kicker of the main part of the deck, which is where the main Ulforce comes into play, and that is the Tamers. We're running 2 Joe Kido. This is the card I was alluding to with Kumamon. If you evolve over any other Tamer with Kumamon, or of course your main evolution, trashing that source allows you to net gain 2, so this Kumamon can either evolve for 1, 0, 2, I guess in the long run if you really need to. But Joe Kido, of course, on play, trash any 1 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. When a Digimon card is trashed, suspend this Tamer, gain 1 memory. Beautiful card. It's great. Plays into the game plan that I've got built here very nicely. We can then, however, run 2 of the Tai Kamiya V-Tamer, V-Tamer Tai. He is a 2-drop Tamer, so very nice. Quite cheap as well. If you have a Digimon with Veedramon in its name, you may suspend this Tamer to activate one of the following. You can either give the Digimon 1000 DP, or you can activate Draw 1. Very old promo, but it's still useful to the game plan, because being able to draw 1 and cycle your hand very quickly is what blue needs, let's be honest. Cycle fast, go fast, but let's finalize it and solidify it all together with 4 of the finest BT11 Rina Shinnomoinimana. This person is a menace. This person is what's stopping people playing this deck. But it's a great card because on play, until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon with Vmon or Veedramon gain Blocker and Evade. Evade, everyone! It gains Evade! Oof. All turns, when one of your Digimon with Veedramon in its name becomes suspended, by suspending this Tamer, activate one of that Digimon's when Digivolving effects. Hey, you know how you've just evolved into your UlforceVeedramon, played it, unsuspended, bounced a thing, yada yada yada, and you've played the Rina? Let's attack, become suspended, tap the Rina, play another Tamer. Oh, let's play another Rina, unsuspend. I have Blocker and Evade. Okay, cool. I'm going to swing, I'm going to tap the Rina, I'm going to play a Rina, I'm going to swing, I'm going to tap the Rina, I'm going to play a Rina, I'm going to... OTKs. I did, however, miss one crucial part before I started that whole thing. This Rina. When any of your blue Digimon become unsuspended, gain 1 memory. You may notice a lack of memory setters. Yeah, I kind of just forgot they existed, I'm not gonna lie. So instead, I'm running the 4 scrambles, as you were meant to do. They're not scrambles, those are trainings, sorry. 4 trainings. Company mandated 4 trainings, and 3 scrambles. Arguably, these can become ties, blue ties. Like two scrambles become 2 of the memory setter ties, just to solidify your advantage. 3 scrambles really wasn't needed, I don't know why I built it with 3 scrambles, but it's working, so I'm not going to complain, right? Hear me out. We all know what training does, we all know what scramble does. Company mandated, we can't forget about them. Overall though, this is a blue OTK deck. No, it's not meant to replace the need for Mirage, because it does arguably different things. Sure, okay, we might have Mirage and Mirage Burst Mode right here, but you're not getting a free security bounce, you're just getting a body bounce. So that's where the argument kind of folds of this is not Mirage. You could probably run the Mirage engine and put Ulforce at the bottom, which I've seen a lot of people do in the past. But right now, like, let's just take a step back. Let's fall back from Mirage. Let's have fun. Let's do goofy things. Let's play Gomamon, let's play Vmon. And let's have some fun. This deck was not meant to be competitive viable in any shape or form. I just enjoy it. This is where I'm at as of like 2 weeks before BT21. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know how you feel about the channel content so far. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the journey to 500. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but if it does, I'll do a full history on Jesmon. Let's do it that way. Let's do it that way. Either way, have yourself a good day, and I will catch you in the next one. Aww.